Tracking Hilary, an ABC 10 News special report.
Tropical Storm Hilary arrives in San Diego, soaking our county, even prompting a tornado warning in Alpine.
It is hitting us after causing horrible flooding to our south in Baja, California. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this very, very busy Sunday. I am Wale Aliyu.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. This unprecedented storm is impacting us in so many ways, and we have crews across the county covering it all.
All the angles are covered, but let's start with weather anchor Moses Small for a look at where the storm is right now and how long it will stick around, Moses.
Well, yeah, if you take a look at the satellite radar, it shows you exactly where the storm is. At this point, it's beginning to leave San Diego County, so the eye of that storm is drifting up to Riverside County, and we can see with the path of it, it's going to leave us behind pretty quickly. It's only going to take a couple hours for it to rise very far north before it starts to break apart on Monday and Tuesday, but it is not quite over yet. That is why we still have our tropical storm warning for our entire community. In addition, we could also see additional flash flooding, even though in many areas that rainfall has slowed down from what we saw throughout the afternoon. We still have that risk of flooding just about anywhere in San Diego County until tomorrow afternoon at 5. The Pinpoint Doppler Live shows the spread of those showers right now. We're seeing some of the most activity in parts of North County, looking just north of Camp Pendleton, for instance, but we have seen some pretty impressive rainfall, especially in places like Mount Laguna. More than 6 inches of rain in a short amount of time. San Diego, nearly an inch. Some parts of the northern coastline seeing an inch and a quarter. But let's try to time out where exactly this rain could go. We could see some relatively light rainfall for most of the coastline over the next couple of hours, but in between 8 and 10, we could see much more, particularly around Palomar Mountain, also in some of our inland neighborhoods like El Cajon or Escondido. But then after midnight, then those showers really begin to calm down, and the moral of the story there is that we're not quite done yet. But if you're living along the coastline, again, brace for the possibility of some flash flooding, especially if you're in the mountains as well. But those totals could range anywhere from an inch to 2.5 inches of rain when all is said and done. And of course, don't forget about the wind, because this is still a tropical storm. Those wind gusts could be as fast as 55 miles per hour along the coastline. For the mountains, we still have the potential of seeing those 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But the good news is there is a literal light at the end of the tunnel, so I'll share when we're going to get relief coming up. Kim?
Thank you, Moses. Spencer Soischer is in Alpine, which has seen plenty of rain today from Tropical Storm Hilary, and even a tornado warning earlier today. Spencer?
Yeah, Kimberly, we did, and most of today has looked kind of like it does right now, where it's this constant drizzle, maybe a little bit more than a drizzle. Nothing that's totally like a downpour or a washout by any means, but this much rain for that long obviously starts to add up. Of course, though, that at about 3:20, 3:30 today, it started pouring, just a complete downpour, pouring hard, and the drainage systems here went to work. And within minutes, our phone started going off with an emergency alert for a tornado warning. That alert, though, has expired since about 4 o'clock, and the rain and the wind did die down for a bit. In fact, at one point, we even took off our jackets for a bit before we had to put them back on. But despite the constant rain that we've seen today, not a whole lot of flooding anywhere. We popped into a few stores, spoke with a few people who also just weren't all that concerned.
We lived 21 years south of the border, and we had a lot more wind than here. So it's just kind of like you move stuff out of the way and use an umbrella or get wet.
Now, the rain from earlier has drained really well where we are here on Alpine Boulevard. Just some wet pavement now, though. You can see some cars driving probably at a normal speed. I want to direct your attention, though, to this little windmill thing that spins over here, spins in the direction. We've kind of been keeping our eye on that to monitor how the wind speeds look. There's at one point about a half hour ago where that wasn't moving at all. Now it's moving pretty good. That's how we're kind of keeping track of whether the winds are moving in and out here in Alpine, though nothing crazy at the moment, nothing like we saw about 2 hours ago where the storm was really at its peak. Reporting live in Alpine, I'm Spencer Soischer, ABC 10 News.
Good news there. Thank you, Spencer. One of the hardest hit areas today has been Oceanside.
That's where we find ABC 10 News reporter Natalie Chuck. Natalie, every time we go to you, give us an update. The water has receded on the roadways behind you. Last time we checked, how is that? And also, despite your warnings, Natalie, of not coming out, we still see a lot of people out and about where you are.
Yeah, Wale and Kimberly, we actually moved down a few blocks to bring you a better look at what's going on the coastline, because we've really seen these wind gusts pick up over the last hour or so. That's what we're feeling out here right now. It is just really windy and wet. But like you said, despite that, I will warn you, we've had a lot of very encouraging viewers out here cheering us on as we are preparing to go live and bring you all updates out here. And as you can see, we're right near the Oceanside Pier, and there are so many people out here. A lot of cars driving, not only the cars, but also look at these people that are just walking along as if it's another beautiful Sunday in San Diego County. It is far from that. It is windy. It is nasty out here. And again, we have been warning people, do not come out here. The Oceanside Pier is actually closed to the public right now for safety and because of the conditions. And again, we saw so many people out there on the coastline earlier today. A lot of people out there taking selfies, taking pictures, taking videos. People have even been jogging out here. Some people dancing. You know, I spoke with one woman who said her boyfriend was in town visiting from Las Vegas, so she was really excited to show him sunny San Diego County, but instead, this is what they got. Take a listen.
I told him it's not usually like this. Usually it's sunny California weather. We weren't expecting it to rain this week, but we had to make the best out of it.
And you know, we're across the street right now, but I really just want to point out to you guys how windy it is. Take a look at these flagpoles and the palm trees. It's actually died down over the last few minutes, but these palm trees have just been bending and bending. We've been seeing some different limbs falling off, and again, a lot of people still out here. It's like they're more interested in coming out to see the weather for themselves than they are staying off of the road. So just a really, really good reminder, stay home. We saw a few wrecks on our way up here to Oceanside. We don't want to see any more of those tonight. We want everyone to be safe during this weather that we're experiencing. So everybody stay inside and watch from afar. Watch the news. That's how you can see the weather for yourself, because it is really dangerous out here and we want to make sure everybody is safe. Reporting in Oceanside, Natalie Chuck, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, Natalie. The storm is causing problems on our roads. Caltrans sent out these pictures of a rock slide this afternoon on State Route 98 in Incapah. That's in the far east county near the border, not far from Jacumba. Crews are working to clear away a huge boulder and rocks. Eastbound 8 is closed in that area. And that's just one of the areas impacted this evening. Our roadways have been a mess this afternoon, and 4,000 CHP officers are on the road right now to deal with it.
Very busy day, so let's check in now with CHP Officer Mark LaTulip with a look at the situations on our freeways. Is it getting any better at this 6 o'clock hour, Mark?
You know, I think at my last hit, we were at 23 crashes. We're at about 19 right now. So one thing that I have watched, I've been here since 6 a.m. watching the traffic all day and all the crashes. We've had a lot of crashes like this, and it's a single vehicle spin out into the center divider. Fairly minor in nature, not for that person, obviously. That's a bad thing to happen to you today. But we've had a lot of these single vehicle, very minor crashes. If you are involved in something like this and you're able to move your vehicle safely out of those lanes, we encourage you to do so. Pull off of the next off ramp, and we can come meet you if we need to, or get you the help that we do need to get you, maybe a tow truck or something like that. If there's injuries, totally different story. But looking around right now, none of the crashes are causing a whole lot of delays, so a lot of people have stayed off our freeways, and we're doing fairly good at the moment. So my fingers are crossed. We'll keep that rolling. I'm CHP Officer Mark LaTulip with your 10 News Time Saver Traffic.
And we hope it stays that way for all of CHP as well. Thank you, Mark. As if the storm isn't enough, there was also a 5.1 earthquake this afternoon. It was centered near Ojai in Ventura County, but it was felt in Riverside and LA counties, and it was followed by more than 24 aftershocks, the biggest being a 3.9. So far, there are no reports of any serious damage or injuries.
Joining us now to help break all of this down is geologist Pat Abbott. How are we doing today, Pat?
Very good.
Good. Thanks for being here. You always tell us, technically speaking, we should be expecting an earthquake every day here in Southern California, but tell us, with this Tropical Storm Hilary, how much of an impact did it have in sparking this earthquake today?
Well, basically, they wouldn't be related. You know, the earthquake, that's fed by the energy coming up from the Earth's interior. Visualize the volcano, same energy source that makes the earthquake go, coming from miles deep. That's not connected to the weather. The weather's solar energy, basically. What is Hilary? Hilary is solar energy that had been stored in the ocean that got fed up into a weather system and then was carried to us. External energy for the hurricane, internal energy for the earthquake.
So complete coincidence here.
Good old coincidence, yes.
And speaking of Hilary, one good thing that may come from it is she has been a quick one, and that's not always the case with hurricanes.
That's a very significant point, is how fast, I'm not talking about this wind speed, but how fast Hilary passed through. Now, when you think about that, another big thing, Hilary made landfall at San Quintin, 215 miles below the border. That means 215 miles of travel without new energy being fed in and just dissipating energy before crossing the border into San Diego. And then, as you mentioned, traveling so fast, moving 25 miles across the county. Put it this way, what if Hilary was traveling 5 miles an hour? Then the rain we felt would have lasted 5 times as long. If I may jump back a few years, you recall Hurricane Harvey on Houston, where Harvey stalled and sat there for 4 days, and he ended up with 48 inches of rain. So in other words, fast-moving Hilary spared us a lot.
And that's such a good point. I want to go back to what we saw with Natalie Chuck's live shot there. We saw a lot of people hanging out. For them, they think it's a fun storm to chase, but you just mentioned you don't know what the storm is going to do. Just talk a little bit about, yeah, it might look like fun, but you just don't know what to expect when these things happen.
It's so easy to get wrapped up in a relaxed, calming environment that, who wants to go around on pins and needles alert all the time? But you should at times like this where danger is present, where something could happen. These aren't normal times. You have to be out there with a different mindset.
And Professor Emeritus Dr. Pat Abbott, we always appreciate your expertise. Just so happened you came in for Hilary today and you got an earthquake at the same time. So
a bonus.
We have
2 for 1.
Really asked you for a lot today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you. My pleasure.
So much.
Thank you.
One of our most flood-prone areas in San Diego is Mission Valley.
That's where we find ABC 10 News reporter Adam Rakusin live atop a hotel, kind of looking down Mission Valley. Last time we checked in with you, Adam, you said things were actually not too bad. Is it still the same scenario right now?
Yeah, that's still what we're looking at, Wale. Conditions aren't all that bad, although you can hear the sirens going off right now. A fire truck is driving by. It's been kind of interesting, though. You know, if you live anywhere near Mission Valley or this part of San Diego, that this area floods. It's one of our flood-prone areas, but if you spend enough time on this balcony just looking out at that little area in Qualcomm Way where it floods, you'll see car after car after car going around the barricades. This area is closed and driving through as if there was nothing going on right now. But that area where Drew is showing you right now, that's the San Diego River down there. We're about 17 stories over the river, and what I can see, there hasn't been any flooding. It's been pretty calm in this general area. The trees were moving about 20 minutes ago, but they've pretty calmed down since then. We're not seeing a lot of wind action here. The rain, though, it's been a bit of a drizzle, kind of what you've seen steady throughout Mission Valley for most of the day. We haven't seen those giant downpours in that flooded area. Regardless of the conditions, the city of San Diego isn't messing around with this area in Fashion Valley. I'll show you some video that we shot a little earlier today. This is at Avenida Del Rio in Mission Valley. The roads are wet, the street is closed. That was a precaution. It wasn't flooded at the time when we were there. We haven't been back over that direction, but just judging about where we're at right now, there probably isn't flooding down there at this point just because the rain isn't all that strong. The vehicles were still turning around since that road was closed. The city knows those areas typically flood, so they shut them down a lot earlier today. So we're talking roads like Qualcomm Way, Fashion Valley Roads, over by the mall, the ones in those areas. If you're trying to get around Mission Valley, you do need to find a new way, and I think that's kind of why some of the vehicles that we've seen are going around some of these barricades. But for most of those roads, just take a look on any of your mapping software. Those roads are closed. The city of San Diego is still asking you not to go through them. We take a live look out here at Mission Valley. You can see the clouds, not really raining very hard, a little bit of sprinkles that we're seeing. I actually saw somebody down at the pool a little bit earlier today from where we're standing. So it's been pretty decent over here, and that's the look that we're seeing right now. Not much going on right here. Wale, Kimberly?
All right, Adam, thank you so much. Schools across the county are monitoring the storm's intensity as it moves in. The latest one to be announced was all of San Diego's community college district schools. San Diego Unified also announced it is closing all campuses tomorrow. That means it will postpone its first day back to school until Tuesday. Palomar College also pushing back its first day and has canceled both online and in-person classes Monday. School districts in the South Bay, including Sweetwater Union, San Ysidro, Chula Vista Elementary, and National School District say they all plan to remain open.
And we'll be right back with more of Tropical Storm Hilary when we come back.